Armies of Ramses have gathered on the battlefield yet again, ladies and gentlemen. This is increasingly becoming one of my favorite factions in this game. And up against him on the other side. Let's see if we can't find him. I want to see if we can't find him. He's back here. The Lion King himself. Where is he at? I want to see him. Is this him back here? Oh, that is absolutely him back here. Look at this man. Absolutely beautiful. We have Ursu back here. So Ramses versus Ursu in this battle today. If you guys are looking forward to this one and would like to see more like it in the future, of course, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like and sub button because this thing's getting moving quickly. So one of the first things is that the Asur Horsemen Masters are pushing up here. They're probably just scouting out a little bit here, but under some heavy archer fire very quickly here, losing a couple units almost immediately. Now down 4, 6 units, 7 units, but getting a straight charge straight into some archers here. But following up are some spear bodyguards, so they will be able to help take care of these Asur horse riders. Over here on the right, a chariot battle has started as well. Chariots charging forward into what appears to be some raiders, maybe some Henku warriors charging up against some Asuan horse archer chariots. Over here on the far right, we have some royal chariot companions taking some archer fire from up here on the ridge. So Ursu really using the ridge up here to his advantage, putting up some veteran slingers up on the ridge to fire down at his enemies as they have to push him. So Ramses now moving a lot of his units and just lacing the battlefield with arrows, as you can see here. And I mean, this thing's kicking off here pretty quickly. And on the far left, we are seeing that Ursu's forces have already begun falling back due to just heavy archer fire here. None of them really even making it to the front before archer fire taking them out. We have some royal archers being the main unit putting down fire over there. Now on the far left, we have a little bit of a flanking force here. We have some Akkadian farmers, so not very good unit there. Some Elamite royal chargers and some Henku warriors pushing on the far left flank here. And there is nothing to defend these royal archers that continue to put down heavy fire on these high royal guard. Now back over on the far right, the main infantry engagement has begun, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing a big mix of units and archer fire here now. A lot of blood splattering up on the screen here as this fight continues to get more and more juicy. Chariots in the mix as well, as this thing is just continuing to get more and more juicy. More arrow fire coming in as well. Things are getting very brutal. Now up on top of the ridge, those slingers are starting to take some fire from some more archers, so they are having to fall back. And over here, it is just a massive gaggle of units that are just being ripped to shreds by archer fire. So they really need to move their position a little bit here because, yeah, archer fire is just ripping into them. You can see the amount of casualties that are being taken up here from archers just pouring arrows up here. What do we have? We have some royal archers along with some more royal archers being the main forces here, putting arrows up top to take out all these chariots. I mean, you guys see how bad it hurt me in the campaign battle. Chariots are very deadly, so to be losing them like that is not good. And now we have some royal chariot companions charging forward. Looks like they're going to try to cut through here to get to some archers, but some the Elamite royal charges that we saw earlier and those Akkadian farmers able to cut off these chariots before they got too close. Now this melee battle is going greatly in favor of Ramses already. He is breaking through. You can see chariots running through now to reach the back lines. Ursu's chariots having to charge forward to protect some of his more elite armored archers back here. So having to sacrifice a few chariot units to win that fight there. But the main army for Ramses is fighting over here on the right, and it is a bloody one. You can see just how much damage both sides are taking in this fight, and all of the archer fire raining down from both sides. So there's like 3 different battles going on here. The battle for archer supremacy, so missile unit supremacy, and then you have the battle for infantry supremacy, and then the battle for the right side. And the battle for the right side is completely different than the battle for infantry supremacy, because this battle on the left could go one way and that one on the right could go completely different, and the one on the right could be completely what changes the course of this battle. But yeah, as you can see here, this fight is still ongoing. Lots and lots of death happening, and it's looking pretty good for Ramses at the moment. But do you guys see that? There's a hue starting to form on the battlefield. And what is that? A sandstorm now kicks off on the battlefield. Just coating this battleground in more sand, and this thing is kicking off beautifully now. Has more and more sand now. The Sandstorm really kicking up, and a lot of these missile units are losing a great amount of range. You can see that the weather has changed to Sandstorm here, and look at how horrible the visibility is. So a lot of these archers losing a lot of their range. They're gonna have to move in closer in order to accurately hit their targets. And that also means that a lot of these units up on the ridge are going to have to move off the ridge to have a little bit better area to shoot. As you can see here, there are some archers that are just putting shots up and over into what appears to be this line of Sheridan spearmen, but it's going very, very evenly right now. A lot of Ramses archers are bunched up here. A lot of Ursus is bunched up here, and this battle for the left is now completely flipping in favor. Oh my goodness, what happened? We looked away for 3 seconds, and all of a sudden Ramses' forces on the left are all but collapsing. What happened? Unless I thought that some units were completely different. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, these were all Ursus fighters. I thought these were Ramses fighters earlier. Wow, so Ramses now losing the left completely. He needs to regain this. One of his generals is dying over here as well. One of his generals is almost soloed out with no infantry support, as now we are starting to see Ursus forces pour through that left flank, and that leaves a very, very exposed archer unit, or just gaggle of archers over here, as Ramses continues to win on the right flank. So for Ramses' sake, he needs to finish up this right flank very, very quickly if he wants to be able to turn and kill that left flank and protect his archers. But I mean, you can see here that it's definitely starting to take a toll on Ursus forces, that he's just bearing down with all of his troops over here. And there goes one of the defender units. We have the Nineveh defenders that are now shaken. They were wavering there for a second, but really just all of those forces bearing down on these units. They will end up breaking soon, but will it be soon enough? Because now you're starting to see that the forces of Ursu are breaking through and are now sprinting across the battlefield to line up their archers and begin to open fire with the archers that were helping on the left flank. And you can see that archers over there are returning fire and are dealing a decent amount of casualties. But it's not just archers. We do have shielded units as well. Some shielded infantry pushing up to engage in melee combat. The first unit is that Acadian farmer unit from earlier, charging forward, and you can see that the archers are starting to panic. The archers are definitely starting to panic and run away a little bit. The left flank now completely falling in favor of Ursu, and Ursu is now running very, very beautifully here. This might be a case of if Ramses wants to win this fight, he's going to need to pull units back from this right flank. Ramses himself is sitting right here. He is a bow unit, and he has already taken a couple casualties. He is actually right here himself. But now some of these archer units are charging into melee. We have the Royal Archers charging into melee. See if they can't hold their own over here. Being named Royal Archers, you would think that they have a decent chance to hold their own. They're holding like golden kopeshes as their swords. So maybe they have a chance to win this melee fight after all. Who knows? Because they are putting up one heck of a fight right now. And look at this. They break their Urarutu. Oh my goodness. Urarutu. We give up. We give up. The guards there. They break the guards as more now Elamite veteran archers are pushing forward as well. And look at this. The tide is now completely changing as now the archer fire is turning on this flank here, and that general that broke earlier has returned to fight, and he is fighting some golden spearmen here. So a little bit of a one-on-one fight going on over there. But now Ursu's left flank is getting turned back by those archers, and the right flank has completely shattered, and Ramses' forces are pouring over the hill into the back lines of where all of those skirmishers are. This is beautiful. This charge is what they need here. And you can see now that they're pouring over this hill completely and are starting to rip through the enemy back lines here. And oh my goodness, is it a beautiful sight for Ramses. The infantry win couldn't have come any sooner, and the carnage laying on this battlefield couldn't be any worse for Ursu. And he and his forces are having to fall back completely. A lot of his men just getting shattered completely. And ladies and gentlemen, as Ramses pushes back the left flank, it looks almost certain that he is going to win this battle today with a lot of the forces just falling back now. Ramses' units pour over this hill and take the battlefield on this video today. So if you guys did enjoy this video and would like to see more like it in the future, guys, just like I say all the time, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like and sub button. Up on the screen now is the casualty count from this battle. I know you guys like to see what units got the most kills, etc, etc. So all that stuff is up on the screen now. And like I said before, guys, thank you guys all so much for watching this one. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys go down below, hit that like and sub button. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, I will see you all next time. Peace.